What's that? Are you hearing correctly? That's right, it's a two-headphone experience! This video coming live to you, stereo sound. I got a new microphone! That is to say, I got a microphone. Hooray! So now it won't just be a left headphone experience for all you watchers. But hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to my YouTube channel, now with added production value. I'm always adding stuff to my to-read list, especially books that are newly coming out. I realized that when I filmed my most anticipated books video, there were some books that I left off, so this is a sort of follow-up to that. I'm going to be talking about some more books that I'm excited for that are coming out in 2019. First up are some books that are coming out this Tuesday. First is Her Royal Highness by Rachel Hawkins. This is a YA royal romance. There's a few of those coming up, and this is a book about a young woman named Millie who's accepted to a boarding school in Scotland, and her roommate is the Princess of Scotland, and they end up falling in love, so it's a women loving women YA romance. I don't usually go for high school YA stuff. It's kind of a big detractor for me, but since it's a boarding school, I'm hoping there's going to be some fun stuff going on there, and the cover is really gorgeous. Next up are the birthday books. My birthday falls on May 14th this year, a Tuesday, so I share a birthday with a lot of books, and I'm hoping to do a birthday book haul where I go and buy all the books that I'm wanting to read that come out on my birthday. So last time I talked about The Satapur Moonstone by Sujata Massey, and follow-up to that, there is also another YA royal romance coming out called Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This is about the son of the President of the US and the Prince of the UK, and they hate each other, so it's an enemies to lovers romance. Oh, so excited. And they stage a fake friendship, so not a fake relationship, and then they fall in love. Naturally, I mean, do I even have to say that at this point? But it looks really cute, and it's getting some really good advanced reviews, and I just thought I'd keep in with the YA royal romance trend. Next book coming out on my birthday is I Wish You All the Best by Mason Denver. As you can see, a lot of people are really excited about this cover because hot damn, it's a beautiful cover. This is about a non-binary high school student named Ben and their friend Nathan, whom they fall in love with. Like I said earlier, it's a high school YA, and I don't go in for that, but it has a non-binary character and the cover looked gorgeous, and I thought I really want to support this author and pick up their book. And the last birthday read for me coming out on May 14th is The Candle and the Flame by Nafisa Azad. This is a Middle Eastern fantasy about a young woman named Fatima from a town that's attacked by jinn, and she's one of the few survivors of her town, and then her town is governed by Ifrit. She has to strike out on her own, and the cover is kick-ass. It features some really strong women, hopefully some strong female friendships, and I'm all for supporting Muslim fantasy. Although everyone's talking about how good The City of Brass was, I disagree. The plot was a mess. Anyway, for another time. Next, coming out June 4th, when I found out this book was happening, I literally fell on the floor. I was floored. So this is The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics by Olivia Waite. It starts with Lady's Guide, first of all. Look at that cover. It's a Avon full novel of women-loving women, and it's about lady scientists. It's like this book was written for me. There's a disappointing but not surprising trend in the romance community, and I will call it the gay men get novels and lesbian women get novellas. As you can imagine, judging by the state of our world today, men-loving men romance are a lot more marketable than women-loving women romance. And even authors that I really love and respect, like Cat Sebastian, write more men-loving men romance than women-loving women. Yeah, you'll actually see a Cat Sebastian women-loving women novella coming up. But this, Olivia Waite is bringing the goods here because she wrote a women-loving women novel. I believe this is the first that Avon is publishing. Now, of course, someone always has to be the first, and it's probably down to Avon rather than the authors themselves, but I think it's really great that we're finally bucking the trend here and seeing a women-loving women full romance novel from a big publisher like Avon, and I can only hope that this trend will continue. New authors will be able to add their voice to this, and we will get more full-length novels rather than just 100-page novellas about women-loving women, because I want those lady scientists. And I am really excited for this book, and I hope that it's really starts something, and it opens the floodgates. Next, also coming out June 4th, is Magic for Liars by Sarah Gailey. Sarah Gailey you might know from their series about hippo riders in an alternate 1880s America. This is their first full-length novel. It is about a PI investigating goings-on at a magical school. The cover is really neat. I've been seeing ads for this on Tor.com, and I finally decided to add it to my TBR, and I'm actually really excited about it. Wow, what a backhanded compliment. Sorry, Sarah Gailey. Next, coming out July 16th, I can't believe I didn't have this on my TBR the first time round, Murder on the Rockport Limited by Justin, Clint, Travis, and Griffin McElroy. Justin, Clint, Travis, Griffin. Yes, by the McElroys. This is a graphic novel based on the second arc of their podcast, The Adventure Zone. Murder on the Rockport Limited is when I really started to get into the Adventure Zone. My little Taz story here, I'm a big Taz fan. I started listening to it around the 2016 election, and I remember binging like 3 episodes of Murder on the Rockport Limited on election night, and it got me through that day and the days following, and the McElroys have gotten me through a lot of stuff, and I just really love their work right now. Also, go listen to Taz Amnesty, episode 27 just came out, and it's one of the best episodes they've ever done. Anyway, this novel is being illustrated by Carrie Peach. She also did Here There Be Gerblins, and Murder on the Rockport Limited is when things really start to pick up for the Adventure Zone, and there's some really great stuff and really great characters, and I can't wait to see it on the page. Next, as previously mentioned, is a Cat Sebastian Women Loving Women romance novella. It's called A Little Light Mischief. It comes out on August 6th. When I saw this cover, I wrote this review that many people have liked. If you go on Goodreads, you'll probably see it now. It's like a pre-review for when I added it to my TBR, and I wrote, "That cover? Yes! Finally a Cat Sebastian FF! Yes! Thank God! Finally! Jesus! Oh man!" Which is, I mean, do I need to say anything else? This is actually set in her Turner series, and it features one of the female maids. Oh, it's a woman that worked with the guy from the first novel. I don't remember people's names from romance novels. Who do you take me for? Anyway, Cat Sebastian, love her. Next, another novella by a favorite author is To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. This is not set in her Wayfarers series. It's its own independent thing, I think, and it is a novella about these astronauts who are on not a generational ship, but like, you know, a sleeper ship, and they wake up every now and then to do tests, and they've been out in space so long that Earth has changed while they're out there, and they're just doing their mission, and meanwhile, like, all this stuff is happening on Earth, and like, their mission is the same, but the way that people perceive them on Earth is different, and I'm just really excited to see Becky Chambers write something not Wayfarers. Not that I don't love Wayfarers, but I'm really curious to see how her writing style differs, and I think one of the things I love about Wayfarers is the setting and the characters, so I really want to see what it is about Becky Chambers that makes her Becky Chambers that isn't just her settings, and I want to see what she does with something different. Lastly is another Cat Sebastian romance novel. This is The Duchess Deception, which is the 3rd book in her Regency Imposters series. The second one came out earlier this month, maybe last month. She's writing some great stuff right now. There's not even a description for this one yet, but this one is coming out in October on the 15th, and since it's Cat Sebastian, I just automatically added it. The cover makes it look like a straight romance, but I thought the last one was a straight romance, and then the woman was bi, which was really great. So maybe one of them is trans, I'm not sure yet, so go ahead and check that out, but we don't know much about it yet. And lastly, a follow-up to something I talked about in my last video. I was really excited, if you'll recall, to read A Place for Wolves by Kisoko Jackson, which was by a black man about 2 black gay teenagers. He actually pulled that book after some controversy. Actually, there was a Goodreads review that I read in the middle of filming that video, and I had to pause it while I read this review. Apparently in the novel, which, you know, I haven't read, there's a negative portrayal of a Muslim man, and some people were upset that he was writing about, that Kisoko Jackson was writing about this civil war and this culture that he was not a part of. I'm not really sure how to feel about this. I don't want to get into it too much here. We really don't know what's going on with that novel, if it's going to be rewritten and republished or just not published at all. I would still be interested in reading it, especially if things have been changed. I think that the market still needs books by gay black men, and I won't say too much more than that. I just wanted to give you an update on that book that I previously talked about. 2019 is going to be a great year, and it already has been. There's been some great books coming out. Some of these books I've already pre-ordered, and my birthday book haul I'm hopefully going to be doing at an independent bookstore. Like I said in my last video, please support your local independent bookstores. If you can't, if you just buy them on Amazon, that's good too, because you're still supporting the author and they're still seeing those proceeds. So if you can, go out and buy these. If not, the library is great too, but just, support your authors as much as you can, especially the marginalized ones. That's what I'm going to be trying to be doing. Alright, it's a beautiful day out. I'm going to go enjoy the day. Hopefully you enjoy my new stereo sound, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!